Black Music Month just keeps getting better. I got to tell you, joining me right now is such a true icon, voice has graced R&B, jazz, soul, so much beyond. Known for her timeless classics, Don't Let It Go to Your Head.
You better sing.
Okay, give me a little taste. Incredible five-octave range. The list goes on of all the greatest names she's worked with, like Norman Connors, George Duke, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You hold a place, queen, in music history, okay? Legend and legend. I'm talking about legendary Miss Jean Carne in studio. Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you. So glad to be here.
So glad to have you. Georgia Peach, literally from Columbus, Georgia. Look at you.
Literally.
Now, Jean, before you even knew your name would be a household as a young girl from Columbus, Georgia, what was little Jean dreaming back then in Georgia?
Oh, I could sing before I could talk, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
As a little baby, look at that. Mm-hmm. Incredible. And people throw around the word legend a lot, but a five-octave range, that's truly rare. When did you realize your voice was something special? As a little baby growing up, did you know that you could sing high notes, 5 years old?
I could remember, literally, because I would sing with the folks on television, and I joined the church choir at 4.
Okay.
At Greater Mount Calvary Baptist Church here in Atlanta. And I started playing piano and organ for church choirs when I was 12.
Incredible.
Yeah, and that's when I first started working with voices.
And speaking of which, Queen, when you talk about instruments, I used to play the piano myself. So accomplished musician you are, though. Not only just the piano, the organ. I had to write the list. Clarinet, English horn, a bassoon, oboe or oboe?
Oboe. All the double reeds.
Goodness, what made you get that range of so many instruments? Just your love for musical?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Every time I get the first chair in one, I'd move to something else.
Incredible. Do you still play that many instruments, or can you still pick up a tune?
I haven't done it in years. In fact, I stopped playing the piano when I started growing fingernails.
Wow.
Shame.
And I have 2 pianos, so you could take one off my hand. I got, my aunt had passed away. I inherited hers, and I had mine. So, I used to tell my kids I had to be in front of piano, but I loved it because it just expanded my horizons, to be more of a creative, tap into my creative soul in me.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Don't stop.
That's right.
Now, also, when I was reading your backstory, Queen, I was very surprised at this one. You speak Russian fluently?
Actually, yeah. At Washington High, we were in an experimental program.
Okay.
From the 8th grade through the 12th. We skipped the 11th grade, and our foreign language was Russian.
Incredible.
So I studied Russian in high school, and then when I got to Morris Brown, they brought in a Russian professor.
Oh, goodness.
So I studied it in high school and college.
Well, give us a little Classix Atlanta greeting in Russian.
Okay. Здравствуйте. Как вы поживаете? Меня зовут Jean Carne. Это очень хорошо. Доброе утро.
Did you guys capture that? What cannot Jean Carne do? Incredible. You're instrumental genius. Now you're a Russian surprise as well. And I love how you hold such a great piece of music history, not just your great hits, but nobody else can ever claim you were the last singer to perform with the legendary Duke Ellington. Am I correct on that?
That was a blessing.
What was that audition like? And what did you learn from one of the greatest musical minds of all time?
Oh, I got goosebumps. He was actually looking for a high soprano to perform what became his last spiritual concert.
Incredible.
And his percussionist and his road manager were from Atlanta, and they had heard me sing.
Yes.
In like college and high school and college. So they called me, up to New York to actually, audition for that. And I ended up going on the road with him, and that was his last tour.
Wow. How memorable is that?
Mm-hmm.
And how memorable are your iconic hits, Queen? The list can go on. We tapped into some of them. But when Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff signed you to Philadelphia International Records, they built records around your voice instead of trying to make you fit a mold, which is so unique in today's world of music. What did that level of respect mean to you as an artist?
Oh, it meant everything. They were really my family. They're still my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm godmother to Gamble's oldest son, Khalif Gamble.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Incredible history, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about Don't Let It Go to Your Head. Okay? Here we are decades later. Younger generations are still discovering that song. So many people have sampled.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think continues to connect people after all these years?
I don't know. Every song has its own vibe and has its own magnetism. So it reaches out into the universe, and some people have the receiver and they become fans of that song.
Yes.
And now with sampling and all that, and remixing and stuff, our music is forever.
Forever. Timeless, I say.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to be performing that this pre-Father's Day weekend at Mabel House. I know you are.
Yeah. It's
Soul,
gonna be
jazz, and
lovely.
funk ultimate experience. You're on the lineup. So many great legends as well. Russell Tompkins Jr., who I had the pleasure to talk to yesterday on the line.
The new stylistics.
New stylistics. Skip Martin, formerly Cool in the Gang. You've got legendary Blue Notes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Featuring Sugar Bear.
There it is.
Yeah.
And of course, the queen herself, Jean Carne.
Yeah, and we're going to, of course, Russell and the Blue Notes and I will be paying homage to the music of Philadelphia, TSOP, the sound of Philadelphia.
Man, that Philly sound is remarkable.
And that includes, Dexter Wansell, whom we just lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible, Queen. So excited. You guys got to get your tickets. We did a great giveaway. The lines were lit, Queen, last week for the giveaway. But myclassicsatl.com, because this is a great way to kick off Father's Day weekend. You can still do your Sunday fun day and have a great Saturday sitch over in Mableton.
So true.
With icons.
True.
And speaking of icons, you've worked with Norman Connors, George Duke, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So many greats. Was there one studio session that still makes you smile today? Like, all great memories.
Wow. Oh, geez.
I know there's probably so many.
Yeah, well, doing Standing on the Top with the Temptations, I love that.
Nice.
Oh, gosh, so many. When Michael Jackson was recording with Philly International, well, he was being produced by Gamble and Huff.
Okay.
You remember when the Jacksons left Motown and went with CBS?
Yes.
Yeah. Gamble and Huff were their producers for those first two albums.
Okay.
And because they changed from the Jackson 5 to the Jacksons. if you noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
And they had us all recording one after the other. Me, and then they would come into the studio. That was Sigma Sounds, and Michael's voice was changing at the time.
Yeah.
And we all lived in a wing of the hotel, so we could leave the fire doors open because we had instruments and stuff in our room. And I guess they didn't want us to chase all the other guests out.
Yes.
And I was like a mother figure to Michael.
Yeah.
And he confided in me that his voice on certain lines, certain notes, his voice was cracking.
Mm.
And so I'd been working with voices since I was 12.
Man,
so,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Vocal coaching
we
added
worked
to
on
it.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Michael, one of the many stars that you've helped with their vocal. Who else did you work in the industry, just to name quickly?
All of Norman Connor's singers, Phyllis Hyman, Glenn Jones.
Wow.
Michael Henderson. Oh, gosh. Ada Retha. Geez.
Impressive. Now, when you hear today's R&B and soul artists, who are some singers that impress you? Do you have any favorites now that you hear or remind you of great vocals that are still alive and well?
Well, I love Yolanda Adams' voice.
Yes.
There are many that I listen to nowadays.
Nice. Well, Queen, let's do a quick this or that, okay? Do you have a favorite city to perform in?
Maybe London.
Okay. Would it be coffee or tea? I think I know the answer to this one.
Tea.
She asked for hot tea
Yeah.
as soon as she got here. Jazz or R&B, or you're just a mix of both?
But I couldn't choose.
Okay.
It's like choosing your favorite child.
That's
you know.
right. That's right. Because you
Yeah.
do so well. Extraordinary, both of them. One thing fans would be surprised to know about Jean Carne.
Oh, maybe that I sang opera.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There's a song on, I don't know which album, but I mentioned when I first went with Gamble and Huff, I mentioned to Huff that when I was a little girl, I used to love those movie themes that had the operatic leads on them.
Right.
And I said, I wish I had been old enough then, to be called to sing some of those leads.
Yes.
And Huff wrote this tune called "The Greatest Love," and it was he produced that on me by myself. You can look it up, and it sounds like one of those movie themes.
Oh, man. Incredible.
Yeah.
Your range, Queen. But I love all your great hits. Don't Let It Go to Your Head, of course. Closer Than Close. Oh, my goodness. Just like when you thought Jean was out for the count, you came right back strong with another hit. And your voice still so timeless, Queen. You want to hit a little note for us? Let us know what we're going to get this weekend at Mabel House? Just a little bit.
Okay, let's see. Closer than close, sweet.
Okay, Miss Jean. Truly an honor. My goodness. Guys, make sure you are there, Mabel House. You will miss legend on legend for the Soul Jazz Funk Ultimate Experience. I know it's going to be incredible. Perfect pre-Father's Day weekend celebration. Entire family. I'm already there. Tickets, you better get yours. MyClassicsATL.com. Miss Jean, before you go, can you leave us with any uplifting, because you seem such a great spirit of just encouragement and just pure joy for rising artists out there that are looking to get into the business?
Oh gosh, all my singers, I urge them to learn an instrument,
Mm,
and it usually ends up being the piano,
of course.
and that gives you this edge, gives you the ability to talk to your musicians in musical terms.
Yeah,
And if they don't get something, you can just go to the piano and play for them.
that tune.
That has served me so well.
It has
for
served
so
you well,
long.
Queen. It's such incredible.
And I understand you're a pianist.
I'm a pianist, so hey, and
Yeah,
you
so
said
you
a
get me,
voice. If I
right?
have a voice, I could sing. You said that you could teach anyone to sing.
Yeah, we'll have to get together.
We'll have to do that.
Let's do this.
You heard it first here from the legendary Jean Carne. Make sure you get your tickets. Pre-Father's Day weekend celebration. Amazing soul, jazz, and funk ultimate experience. Again, check our website, myclassicsatl.com. Queen, such an honor.
The pleasure's all mine.
Jean Carne, iconic, inside Black Music Month, Classics 1029.